If you haven't jumped on the shrinking bandwagon yet, this might do it. The hit Apple TV series starring Harrison Ford has become one of the most talked about shows. Earlier, Kelly caught up with stars Krista Miller, Michael Urie, and Ted McGinley to talk what it's really like working on a show that everybody's obsessed with. Enjoy.
I love this show. I think it's the best show on TV, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your booty.
Thank
Those
you.
are like stars, but you're my favorite character.
Thank
I see
you.
so much of myself in you. What's it like playing a woman who's so unapologetically herself?
It's really fun because she's so different than I am. It's super fun. It's when I get the scripts, I'm like, it's like a puzzle to try to make it, that she's likable and not, someone that you'd go, oh my God, this is too much. Although sometimes she's too much. Sometimes I get off my leash and Bill will like, let's bring it back. It's the most fun. I mean, it's the most fun to say things that that you wouldn't say,
Would
that
normally
people
say,
you're not
yeah.
supposed to say all the time about everything.
That's why I love her, though. She's so passionate, too,
Yeah. No, very passionate. And she
Yeah.
is smart. She does know stuff, but she thinks
Yeah.
that she knows everything about everything.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of that myself.
I know
Okay.
she wants to help people. I mean, I think
Right?
it comes
She
from
just
a
wants
good
to
place.
help. Exactly.
Dude, how did you not ask her out?
Liz, you know I hate being spied on.
Hey, she's right though, man.
Oh, I just love this show. I'm going to say it 100 times throughout this interview. Okay, so a lot of the humor, it feels really natural on the show, but I have to know, is any of it improvised?
There is improv for sure, but we
Okay.
also I believe this script, every script that we get is totally sacred, and I endeavor to make sure I am word perfect. But there's always a moment where we play, and sometimes it's very carefully figured out. I wish you could be a fly on the wall during rehearsal because
Right?
we get
Me
in there.
too.
Oh, it's so fun.
Send me the invite.
Come on by. We get in there and we make sure that the script is exactly what it's meant to be and that we're telling the right story, and then we play. Sometimes I feel like you need a therapist.
Do you have a therapist?
I did, but he said I didn't need it anymore.
That never happened.
But I'm also working with some of the greatest improvisers. I mean, Jessica Williams
Right?
is probably
I interviewed her yesterday. She is amazing.
she's probably the greatest improviser I've ever worked with. And Jason Segel is a writer, so he'll sometimes come up with something that you're like, did you just come up with that, or have you been working on that? And then our secret weapon is Ted McGinley. He will come up with just like the craziest, and it's so real. You just like Ted is probably the closest to his character of any of us. And sometimes you don't know where Ted ends and Derek begins because it's just like beautifully seamless.
I actually just talked to Michael, and he said your character, Derek, and you are the most alike out of anyone. So do you improv ever on the show?
Well, the writing is so good, you never have to improv, ever.
Right.
But what happens sometimes in comedy is that you're doing something and it just creates its own little life for a moment. So yeah, sometimes things come up and we do.
Before I let you go, I did want to ask if we're close enough now that maybe you'll give me one of your rocks. I actually have a beautiful Colorado rock here for you. Maybe we could like exchange rocks.
Is it unpolished?
No, it's polished for you. Look.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is beautiful. I need a Colorado. I would do an exchange.
We've got great friends.
It sucks that we're such good people.
Right?
If you want to check out Shrinking, the first episode of season 3 is out now on Apple TV with new episodes dropping every Wednesday.